Hortafarmer is now in middle of October, late October, in the center area of Poland, and about 100 kilometers from Łódź area. And I heard, I'm just coming from Łódź, and they said that this is like horror for agriculture, this area. And we are now with Łukasz Nowacki.
Yes.
And but you are stubborn to start with this really sandy area to make it flourish with lettuces and have good living soil. And let's see about the conditions here.
Yes, so as you can see, the soil conditions are terrible for agriculture, but these are perfect conditions for having a beach party. So if you like to have a party with a lot of sand underneath your feet, this is the perfect place to start. And yeah, as you said, I'm a stubborn farmer, so I start with this kind of very sandy soil, depleted of nutrients, and I can, in short time, I can re-establish very good conditions for growing crops. So, in order to have a very fast process of soil regeneration, you have to have green plants growing and putting a lot of sugars, feeding the soil microbes in one season, and in the next season, after having your main crop taken away from the field, you need to put back what you have taken with the main crop.
Let's say you had potatoes on this ground.
Yes.
So how do you replace the minerals you took with the potatoes?
Potatoes take a lot of minerals and they extract minerals from the soil. So in order to have a good quality crop next year, you have to put another layer of mulch and for example some kind of natural animal manure. So the best way to do it and to give back the minerals to the soil that you have taken away is to have your animals here. So for example, we use chickens. So after we collect our main crop, we fence the area with electric netting and we put chickens
and
here.
There's your chicken house back there.
Yeah, it was a chicken house because this season we don't have chickens here.
Yeah. But so this sounds like life in the countryside, which was every place was a countryside that people used to live with animals in synergy, and the plants and the soil, which is like a living creature, especially in harmony with the weeds. This is like going back in a modern way.
It's understanding what our ancestors did with the use of modern tools, equipment and science.
And I think it's important that with this process that you just explained, you don't need expensive fertilizers, and there's a lack of those in the world because of these wars and everything, but we are like off-grid without.
Yeah, we don't use any synthetic fertilizers, any chemical pesticides, herbicides here. We just use mix management using green cover crops and animals as a way of speeding up the process of soil regeneration.
And that's more profits. That sounds like tingling bells for most agriculture people.
You don't get one profit out of the system. You get 3-4 crops out of the same area, because you can get profit from selling eggs, you can get profit from selling meat, you can get profit from selling potatoes, for example, and you get profit by not having to pay for expensive fertilizers.
Or poisons.
So you keep the money in your pocket.
Yes, and the eggs are of extremely good nutrition dense quality. This is one point.
Yes, and you can feel it through your senses, because they taste amazing.
Here is some of your developments, and I can see weeds. That means horta to me, and these weeds are what people are normally in agriculture hating and killing. What is your opinion on weeds, the horta?
So, in my opinion, and according to all the tests that I have done for more than 10 years of working here, the weeds are our friends and not our enemies. So, first of all, I start with knowing what kind of weeds are growing, the most prolific weeds that are growing here. And as you can see, we have some leftovers because I use the weeds as a cover crop. So I collect seeds and I spread them around to have as much weeds as I possibly can. So the whole area was covered with thick carpet of weeds, and then you have to be very precise in terminating the weeds as a cover crop. So you don't want to let the weeds into producing more seeds the next season after you seeded it. You need to stop the growing process, kill off the weeds by crimping it to the soil surface, and this is the base of creating mulch on top of the soil. And this is the starting point, the beginning of the process of soil regeneration and revitalization.
And do you use the weeds as an indicator of something that happens or is needed in the soil?
Yes, the weeds are indicators. They send you message what types of minerals is the soil lacking, and they can inform you what type of ecological succession would be the best way to revitalize the soil.
So these weeds that we hate, they come to rescue the soil when they see that the soil is suffering and in the need of some help.
Weeds are a task force, a special task force that can speed up the process of soil regeneration.
How long has it been?
So it's like 6 months underneath the tarp. And now all the weeds are almost killed. You can see this is just a mulch on top of the very sandy soil. So it's very easy to pull it out. Here you have some...
Without tilling or poisoning?
Yes. So this is perfect as a mulch to cover the soil, and through this mulch you just plant million seeds of cover crop. Different mixes of cover crops.
How do you put the seeds on the ground?
You take the tarp off. After taking the tarp off, you print the soil with millions of seeds of cover crops.
Yes.
You put vetch, clovers, winter rye, radish, for example, different types of plants that can create a living carpet and produce a lot of biomass.
And after that, what is the next phase?
And the next stage is to terminating the cover crops. So you can use a roller crimper. It's a very simple tool to crimp the cover crop and put it on the soil to create even thicker layer of mulch, and then you directly seed through the mulch with the precision seeder.
So
and
that's the secret weapon.
Yes. And after many seasons of doing this, from this kind of very sandy soil, as you can see, it's just a pure sand underneath.
Totally dead soil.
It's totally dead soil. Yes, it's very acid, and there is not many microorganisms living in the soil.
Do you have a spot where you already have the end result?
Yes.
We
So
go
we
see it. Wow, this looks good.
So we are a couple meters away from the first plot, and this is our plot 3 years after incorporating this way of management. So you put cover crops, then you terminate the cover crops, you directly seed into cover crops, you grow your main crop, and after that, after you harvest it, you reseed the area with another cover crop, and you repeat this every year or even couple times during the one season. It depends on what kind of main crop you are growing.
Well, what is the crop you are growing here?
Here I grow mostly short time vegetables like lettuce, like kale, for example. So
and they become excellent there, nutrition dense.
So this plot is prepared for sowing it during this week, and it will be harvested in late February. So we are preparing for winter harvest, right?
Okay.
It will be kept under row covers to keep it warm during the frost events, and it will produce very first crop for February to harvest.
And will there be weeds around the lettuce and everything?
Probably some will appear. As you can see, there are some grasses. So this type of wheat we are going to have, right? This is probably some leftovers after cover crop. But look at the structure of the soil. We also use biochar. So there are tiny pieces of biochar incorporated into the soil, and look at the structure. This is moist. This is full of nutrients.
And no fertilizers, chemicals, no poisons.
No synthetic fertilizers. We just use...
that's a big saving on the costs.
Yes, a huge saving on the cost. We just use a little bit of compost in order, when you are working on the pure sand like we have here, you need to put a little layer of compost to cover the first seeds of cover crops, in order to keep moisture in the at the soil surface, right? So they can jumpstart the seeding process.
And like buying food, and at the same time you have changed dead soil into like flourishing. Yes, like Mother Earth is living again at this spot. So
and, these tarps are recycled, so we get them from farmers that they use it for a couple of years and they want to get rid of this.
They would trash it somewhere.
They would trash it somewhere. So we get it from them. As you can see, the tarps have a couple of holes in it. So these are not new ones, but they are perfect for the job to regenerate the soil.
Yeah, it's for preventing the light, not...
Yes, it's stopping the light to prevent the weeds from growing, and it keeps the weeds at the base, creating mulch at the same time. So as you can see, we have bits and pieces of charcoal mixed with our compost pile. So this is the way we turn usual charcoal made from weedy bush that are growing around here.
So you turn this into charcoal.
And then I mix the charcoal with compost, which is rich in minerals and nutrients. And this is the way that I create biochar. And the biochar is charcoal that is filled with all the necessary microorganisms that live in the soil. And then you put it on top of your growing beds as a layer of compost mulch. and you incorporate it into the soil surface, and it keeps the pH of the soil around 6.5. It can absorb water better and hold it for longer periods when you have drought conditions, and it is the home for all the microorganisms that you need to have.
Responsible for vegetables.
Yeah.
So that sounds simple. I bet it's a lot of work, but like you get paid for it.
Yes,
because not buying the charcoal. And
because you have during the process of making charcoal, you get heat as an energy source.
Yes.
So this is one way you gain during the process. So
yes.
Of course you have to put a lot of work into the process, but you gain energy, you get good quality of the soil, and you get better crop, and the best quality vegetables.
So there are many new definitions for profit from agriculture.
Yes. So I'm not focused on just one source of profit. I am multitasking, and I want to diversify my income as much as possible.
Plus satisfaction doing this.
Definitely. If you are concerned to climate and to regenerate your soils, this is the best way to do it.
Sorry. This is the place where you collect duckweeds for the chickens. Do the chickens like it?
Yes, my chickens love duckweed as a feed. It's very rich in proteins and carotene and minerals, so I collect duckweed from the surface of my pond with the nets, and then I feed it to my chickens.
And sounds like good eggs coming from there.
Yes, so we have pond over here, and 10 meters away there is a chicken coop, so everything is next to each other.
Yeah. Great. So Łukasz, you have something very interesting here. It looks like a tent, but actually it's a sauna.
Yes, it is. It's a temporary sauna, so you can build it next to the river or next to the lake, on the shore of the lake, wherever you want. It's built out of natural materials. The skeleton of the dome is made from willow stakes, willow branches, and it's covered with cotton tarp. And after we cover it with cotton tarp, we then put some sheep wool blankets over to insulate the dome, so it can keep the moisture and the heat inside better. And then we use natural stones. We heat it up in a fireplace, and then you collect the hot glowing stones, you put them inside, and then you put a little bit of water to create steam.
Yeah, we call it löyly. You heat the stones here.
Yes. And then you cover the entrance and have a very nice sauna session. And after you are heat up, you can come outside and have a cooling bath in the river.
Very nice. The farm of Łukasz is a teaching farm, and he has retreats there. Very nice, I would imagine, and also places for apprentice people who already know about agriculture something. So you should subscribe our newsletter to find out more.